Hello and welcome to the Life is Storytelling Gamescast. I'm your host, Chris Pierce, joined by my host and Carlos fanatic, Ernest Gonzalez. How you doing, Ernest?
I'm awesome, man. Today is a beautiful day,
In the
and
neighborhood.
we get to talk about one of my new fascinations
And it's
today.
one of
You
my
know,
oldest, and I am
yeah,
so excited. And it's going to be
it's a
so fun.
pretty cool little dynamic that we have here.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah,
It's going to be great. And what we are talking about here, like I said, it's a Gamescast. We're talking games here. It's no like full review. Ernest honestly has a review of all three of these that he's played already up. This is just our chance to talk about the franchise, where he's at with it, where we as a duo are going with it next, and maybe
mhm.
some things that has anything changed for expectations for the upcoming movie, literally coming out this October. All we have is a logo to go off of right now, but we're going to get into all of that. But we are going to be talking about Resident Evil, the franchise in general. Spoilers. I'm not going to spoil anything beyond four. Ernest knows some of the hits. We've talked about the boulder so many times. Um, as well as some like expectations, things you may have heard about like how scary Seven is and stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
And then of
I
course,
watched a lot of Seven. Yeah,
anyone, whether you play games or just or around games, you've heard something about Resident Evil 9. You've heard
yeah.
something about it. But yeah, just putting that out there. But for sure, there's gonna be spoilers on a good bit of the Resident Evil franchise. So there you go. But we're going to talk about this because it is one of my favorite franchises. I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know if I'm ready to set it in stone that this is my favorite Capcom franchise. Uh,
Well,
yeah. What's
that's
up?
exactly what I thought about right now because Chris is very much our Capcom
I'm
guy.
Mr.
He has
Capcom.
always been. He's a Capcom stan, if
Yeah.
you will.
I was raised
And
that way.
like he and the one that I hear you I think gravitate towards the most is Resident Evil. Like it's one of like whenever you talk about loving Capcom, I think it's the first
It's because it's the one they put out the
example
most.
that you give. Yeah, yeah.
So that and Monster Hunter. But I did, to be honest, get into Monster Hunter after Resident Evil.
Right. There's
But yeah,
technically only what, 6 Street Fighters?
oh,
Technically.
also fair.
Right. You
I
know
did
what I
not get
mean?
into Street
Like
Fighter at the ground floor. I didn't get into that until like freaking, not including playing like an arcade or something.
so
Street Fighter 4.
what is the competition
It's really only
for
one thing, and that's Devil May Cry.
Exo Primal? Oh,
Dude, so that's one that I'm slept on. Because like that's gonna be because if that gets remade, I have to hop in now. Um,
Exo Primal? Oh, you
yeah.
mean Dino
Oh, I'm
Crisis.
thinking of Dino Crisis. You're right.
Right.
Because I was
Yeah.
there day one for
Their
Exo
other
Primal. What's up?
dinosaur game.
What's up?
Yeah. Yeah. You
Because it was
were.
on
You
Game
were.
Pass. I wasn't
It's a whole
100% gonna
Jonah
play
Hex
it,
thing
but
again.
still, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point, honestly, and it does look good. Not to say it doesn't, but like if it wasn't Capcom making the Onimusha game, and granted it's their franchise, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's day one for me right now.
Yeah.
But it 100% has to be. I keep calling myself Mr. Capcom, so I have
What's
to.
the last what would you say like oh well Exo Primal we just talked about. I was gonna say, is there a bad like Capcom game out there for you that you just think of and it's like
Oh, we're
not
about to
your
play
thing?
some of them. I told you we're going to play some other Resident
Oh,
Evil.
true, true. There's some Resident Evils that are
So
apparently
even the
not so
bad Resident
great.
Evils, I have a love for. They are the truest definition of my soap opera. Um, but yeah, Exo Primal is probably the most recent one because the other offshoot was Kunitsugami, right? And I'm not at all going to say that's a bad game. That is one that is like very much its own thing, and that's hard to do. Because Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess was so good. I had a really good time with that, which I know you did as well. Um, but yeah, no, yeah. There was a while where Capcom was not what they are now. But obviously, we're past the comeback story phase. But like
Hmm.
it just keeps happening that we're just like, damn, man, like y'all are doing good. Granted, I have not played a full Monster Hunter stories. Um, I love me some Capcom when they're the normal length. Outside of Dragon's Dogma 2, we were in there for a while. Dragon's Dogma 2, we were
Yeah, a
in there for
long
a
time. But
bit.
that was a good game. That
Oh,
was a
good game.
really good
Yeah, we have a
game.
review on
Yeah.
that. Go listen to that. But dude, we're here to talk about Resident Evil. I'm
Mm.
so excited to talk about Resident Evil. What a year to be talking about Resident Evil. We just had a new one. We have a movie coming out, and yeah, like Justin's been in on this franchise for a little bit now, but like the only times we really get to talk about it are like in interim. Like if you're in the party chat, which gets interrupted when you're like, "Oh, there's a teammate, there's somebody shooting
There's a
me," and
widow
stuff like that.
behind us.
Right.
Yeah,
And so, or
yeah.
if you're out at
Yeah.
dinner, and then all it takes is like one distraction, and you're just off that topic. And this is the beautiful thing about having a show, because I can just like literally, Ernest, you're trapped in here with me. You're with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
This resident is very nice
And I
and
signed
very
a
evil.
contract in blood. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Very nice, very evil. But yeah, dude, I love Resident Evil, and the literally the first question here, because I know you like to say, and it's 100% a valid thing, but it has to be a different answer now because you've actually been through the franchise a bit. You like to say I'm a fan from afar for a lot of things,
Right.
and that's totally
If
valid. Like I'm saying, but
like
now that is
skating,
no longer valid because you've been
skateboarding.
in more than one game.
No,
uh,
yeah. No, I'm
so
in it.
Ernest,
Yeah.
are you a fan of this franchise?
I am very much a fan of this franchise.
Oh yeah.
Even, like I think a lot of that is like I came in expecting a certain level of camp. So
Mm.
thank you for preparing me
Oh
for
yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
That has made me like it a lot. You
Hell
know
yeah.
what I mean? Like
Honestly,
because
thank you, Sam
I
Raimi.
did go in with some
I think the
expectations,
Evil
right?
Dead did that for
No,
you
it's
more.
very much an Evil Dead thing for me.
Mm,
Like, and it's only within the last couple of years since we had this show, pretty much
right.
like damn near the origin
Oh
story
yeah.
was that Ernest didn't like a lot of things, and
Mm,
then over time and experiencing like more and more of it, I came to appreciate.
oh yeah.
And one of those things is definitely just camp in general. Like,
Hmm.
there was a long time where I was like, people would drop one liners, and I'm like, that's terrible writing or whatever. But like we were talking about earlier, we were talking about intent, right? Like the
Hmm.
intent that you have going into something, and like no, I forget what we were talking about. I was like, they did everything. Oh, Speed Racer. We are talking about Speed Racer.
Right.
And I was like, they did
Everyone does.
everything they wanted to do in that movie. Whether like you're down with the corniness or not, like they did it exactly the way they meant to. And
Mm.
I think very much that's with Resident Evil.
Oh yeah.
And it seems like it only gets more and more that way as they continue. But apparently not in 5 and 6. We'll see when we get there. So
So five and
I don't know.
six, and the big thing for those, again, without going to too much of the story, um, they're just very action heavy. It does five still has some of its like horror adjacent elements, but it just really does lean in on the. This is the most muscular you'll ever see Chris. He has to be, about the boulder. Um, but then on top of that, when you get to six, it's just an action Avengers Resident Evil game, which I love for that reason. And we'll see how much that love holds up because I'm honestly a little like, oh man, am I gonna end up hating it? Because I remember finishing that game and being like, oh my god, this was crazy. This happened. This happened. This happened. Not thinking critically one bit, and then everybody online just tearing it down. I was like, ah. But at the same
And
time, I get it.
it also wasn't like when you had a podcast and you were
Oh
like
no,
out
yeah,
here to critique things in the
right,
first place.
a
You were
hundred
just
percent,
enjoying it, baby.
a hundred
That's all it
percent.
was.
Which
Yeah,
I mean, to
yeah.
be fair, there should always be an element of that when you're playing a game, whether you're a content creator or not.
Mhm.
Because if not, dude, it's tough out there. But literally, I'm really excited to go through it because I did not go through the co-op at all, and they both are fully co-op. And yeah, it's going to be exciting and just
And
awesome.
like
Sorry, baby.
these aren't remade yet.
No,
And
these are
the
go. Well, they are remastered, but yeah.
and so with me, like my journey
Mhm.
was so at the recommendation of some friends, Chris and Justin. I skipped one. I
Mhm.
haven't played one. I just looked up a video on the lore of one, and I feel like that counts. And then I played 2, 3, and 4 remake.
Remake.
Right. So the reason that I skipped over one is because I didn't want to play a 30-year-old game. Pretty
That's
much,
fair.
I don't want to play. Like
That's
I'm
fair.
like, but I want the lore, and that's the whole. My intent here is
Hmm.
to go through, get all of the lore, so that I can play 9 and know what's going on. And I
Yeah.
know there's only so many callbacks and things like this, but like if I'm going to hop in and play their newest entry, which I really want to, I really want to see what all led up to it, you know?
Yeah. And if they do
And
remake one in the style that they've done 2, 3, and 4, we're
I'm
there.
on it.
Yeah,
I'm on it.
I'm 100%
Yeah.
there.
And because the remakes are
They're
amazing,
so
man.
good.
You look at those like before and afters, they got away from like the fixed cameras and stuff that they had in those earlier ones.
And tank
And
controls.
And I appreciate getting away from the fixed
Yeah,
cameras.
no, for
So,
sure, for sure.
not that they weren't great back in the day,
But
but like that
it was for
over.
the time. It was definitely a
Mhm,
thing for the
mhm.
time. And I completely get it, folks, because some of what he said, we've even gotten comments on some of his reviews. The blasphemy of, first of all, skipping one and literally being told to skip one. Now, no one's saying it's bad. No one's saying it's bad. And to the snooty people, it's not snooty, but like literally the first, because your first
Snooty.
review, obviously two remake, you did bring up like you did not play one. That's the first one to bring that up with. Like it's in
Right,
whatnot. They're like, oh, if they do a remake, I'll do that. And the first person was like, they did remake it. Guys, you know what we're talking about with remake. With
right.
they did
Yeah, we're
remake
not
it for
talking about
GameCube.
a remaster or
Well, no, it's a
anything
full
like this,
remake. I will
or for
say,
GameCube. Yeah,
right, but
yeah.
it's still
Because then
it's
that's
so
just a 20-year-old
I
game
was like,
instead
there
of
you
a
go. There you go.
30-year-old game.
100%. And
You know?
acknowledging it,
Yeah.
yes. If you were to play one, that's the one you'd want to play. But yeah, at this point, we have two, three, and four. If they, I really, there's rumors that it's already in production that they're remaking one. And yeah, I can't stress enough how awesome that's going to be.
It's
So,
so weird that you start with two in the first place, though,
so we've been
isn't
through
it?
this a few times. So literally, we started the first Metal Gear remake is three,
Right,
and there's another
right,
one. Oh, Silent Hill 2. The
right.
next one we're getting is Silent Hill 1. Granted, obviously with
Yeah,
that franchise different. Well, actually, all of these are different protagonists. So, so I guess it's fine. But so for the record, you're so set for 9 because you're it's Leon. You
it's
played the
Leon.
Leon games.
I played the Leon games. Yes,
There's not
yes. I played
another Leon
two.
game
I
before
played
9.
four.
Oh no, there is 6. I'm so sorry. Everyone's in that one.
But that's just he's
Yeah.
one of the characters
He's
in
one of the
there, though,
characters.
right?
But
Like
yeah,
because he
yeah,
is
yeah.
very much, and because he was my first playthrough with Resident Evil 2.
Right?
Um,
He's your first Resident Evil
it
guy.
it, it really feels like more of his game, and then I got to play a bonus playthrough with Claire or
Claire. Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
That's how it felt. But I like them, and I definitely like the growth that I've seen, and I've heard that there's definitely more like as you
Mhm.
continue. But yeah, from 2 to 4 is such a drastic difference in his
He's a baby in
demeanor.
2.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
And
He's a
then
rookie,
9, he is a
literally
grizzled man.
such a rookie. Yeah, through 4, he's definitely like he's in his prime there.
Yeah.
He's just like really come into his own. His voice got a little bit deeper.
Oh, dude.
He
Oh, dude.
he's
I love it.
been through some things,
Yeah.
and though like at first it felt like story wise, right? Like his story wise, it felt like I kind of jumped there, and
Hmm.
because I didn't have years between these
Right.
games as well,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
Like, and because like at the beginning there, they were like, he trained in the army, he got really good, he's on the special forces, and
Mm.
now he's in this village, and I was like, whoa, that was a lot. But like as you continue, you definitely see like the differences of stuff, and especially like in his emotion, in the way he carries himself, and how frightened he is, because 2 definitely felt like more of a horror situation, not for me as the gamer, but
Yeah.
for Leon as the character.
Yeah. As
He
the new
was
guy.
definitely like more frightened, more scared, more on guard and stuff. And then when you get to 4, I was definitely using that sprint button a lot more, and
You be suplexing guys.
he didn't seem to mind it at all,
No.
So
No.
like, yeah, man, yeah, he's slowly becoming that action hero
Because
that
literally
can parry
also
buildings and shit.
into like you have those moments, and I remember because I live we live together, and my room is right next to his. But literally,
Yes.
there were moments of just being like, ah, damn it, like,
Because
stuff like that.
something just like pop out a
Right,
window or
because something
something
will
like
pop
this,
out, something will grab
Yeah,
you, something like that.
right.
You think there's one zombie, you get that down, there's one right behind it, stuff like that. 2 is definitely the more horror focused in these earlier, like this first half of the franchise.
Mhm.
7 is 100% the scariest.
Yeah,
Eight's
I'm so
close.
excited for it,
8 is
man.
close, but it does kind of break it up to where not all of it is horror focused. But yeah.
And because 7, and because I didn't play 7, but I watched 7.
Right.
Like I had a buddy on the ship when I was back in the Navy, and he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go home and play the new Resident Evil if you want to come check it out."
Mm.
And I was like, "Yeah, like I ain't doing nothing else." I went in my uniform and my boots and all that stuff. I was all uncomfortable in that mug.
Yeah, yeah.
And but watching that game was amazing. It
It's
was
great.
like, yeah, yeah. And because like the family reminds me of like the Wyatts a little
Oh,
bit,
that's fair. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like from WWE.
Oh yeah.
For anybody that's not familiar, they're just like
Right, baby.
scary people that
Right.
live by the creek, like
Right.
that sweet type stuff. You know what I
It's
mean?
also
Like,
very akin to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but yes.
yes, yes, of course. Just like the whole scary family
Yeah.
dynamic is
Like
like
they're all
always
in on
cool,
it.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a whole messed up. It's not one messed up individual. I got a few of them
Whole,
in
whole.
my family, but it's not the whole.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So,
Right. But yeah, I'm very excited for you to go through that. I was thinking, um, the thing is, do you own a PS4 camera? I think you said you used to.
I traded it in,
Okay,
yeah,
and that's
something
fine.
like that, right? I got rid
So
of
if
it
I
or
can
something like
find one
that.
for cheap, because I still have my PS4 VR, and you can use a PS4 VR with an adapter, and the adapters are like
Mhm.
$10. It's just the thing is, can I find a cheap camera? You can play Seven in VR. I'm just putting that out there
I don't know why you would want to do that to me.
because
So
that's how
first of
me and
all,
Justin played it.
I have bad knees.
You don't have to
Um,
stand up. We sit down the whole
and
time.
the AC is gonna be hitting my elbow weird. So
Nope, that doesn't make sense.
I should probably just play it with a regular control.
Well, no. So you can. Oh no, no. So
I
you actually
don't
do.
want to be
You do
scared.
use a regular controller. You do use a regular controller.
God damn it! God damn it! You just wear
You
the
wear the
thing. Yeah.
headset, you're turning around, stuff like that.
Okay.
And yeah, it's
Well, I'm running
very
out of excuses, except that I don't have a camera. So,
right. So it's really going to depend because I'm not.
haha.
We're not going to spend a lot on that. So we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah.
regardless, the options there. And so for the record, 8 is also available in VR, and that's PS5 VR. And Justin has
Yeah.
everything for that.
No.
Oh, now that I
What
think
about
about it,
nine? Does nine have a VR version, or
not right
like they
now.
haven't done it
No,
yet?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
seven's the only one that launched with VR. The others got it after the fact, and nine just
And
came out.
because nine does have a first person and a third person option,
Oh,
correct?
true. Yeah, you can do
Right.
either. Yeah,
So you would just be in first person, is the thing. I would
theoretically.
imagine.
Yeah, I
Right.
think so. Yeah,
Hmm.
I would imagine so.
Hmm, hmm,
But
hmm,
yeah,
hmm.
um, but now Ernest, I got a big question for you because, like I
Ooh,
said,
let's
he
have
has
it.
reviews out there. But let's assume people have not watched all those. Go watch those. They're only like 3 minutes each.
Yeah, like
Um,
them.
short form content, baby. But Ernest, as of right now, which is your favorite Resident Evil game?
So, let me say that don't take my scores necessarily into account when I talk about my favorite.
Mm,
Um, because two was amazing. It was a great introduction. You really get the vibe and everything. And I feel
mm-hmm.
like three just stepped it up so much, man. Three, I love so much because of the characters. They felt much more grounded. And again, like we're with Claire and Leon in two, it is that situation where they're both rookies. You know, they're both out
Yeah.
here like doing anything like this for the first time, you
Mm.
know. You definitely get that. You definitely get some more grizzled vets when you get to three.
Jills
And
and stars.
I
Yeah.
I love Jill. I love
Okay.
Jill so
Okay.
much. And I know I didn't get to experience like playing with her in one or
Mm.
anything like that, but she seems like a badass pretty much.
She is.
And that comes through so much in three. So I want to say she's my favorite character. I probably had like the best time playing with her as a
Okay.
character. But four is just so damn good.
Four is
And that is the one
incredible.
that I gave the highest score. I
It
just wanted to
is.
throw you off a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
did. And I was like,
But
that was good.
but four is great, man. Like
It's so
the
good.
whole vibe. You're pretty much on like Spooky Island from Scooby Doo,
Mm.
and Scrappy Doo is like trying to take you out. That regular guy on the road.
Freaking Napoleon, bro.
Um, yeah. Oh, yeah, Napoleon. Oh my goodness, that I forgot about that. I was
I thought
thinking
that
of
you
the
referred
regular
to by
guy on the
Scrappy,
road.
dude, because he's so
I kept
small.
I kept pissing Chris off as I was going through for because the cult leader or whoever he is,
Well,
the religious leader or whatever, every time he would show up and like choke slam
he's not the leader.
Leon, I would be like
He's like a henchman.
he just seems like the leader of the church is
No, I
what I
understand.
mean.
But
Like,
like
yeah,
there
yeah.
like there's the leader. But yes. He's
Like I
a
would
big
call
guy.
like the priest the leader of a Catholic
Okay,
church or
no, yeah.
something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Father, like you know. But no, it was, but the I just set on fire. But I love playing through 4. I mean,
Oh yeah,
because obviously it's the most recent remake,
yeah,
so it definitely has like the best gameplay, I
it's
would say.
incredible.
Although
Yeah,
3 did feel pretty sharp,
yeah,
4 is just right there with your
mhm.
most recent games that came out, period.
Right,
You know?
right,
Like we're
right, right.
playing Pragmata, like that's Capcom's most recent game,
Yeah,
and the shooting and everything feels really on par,
yeah,
like with what we had in
that's
4
fair.
remake. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know that
yeah.
was only like a year or two ago, but like, man, it's sharp. It's what you want, you know.
Dude,
But
wait till you get to
then
9. But yeah, go.
the story too, I really liked staying on one character
Yeah,
and just kind of having a companion. I did enjoy what's her name?
Ashley.
I did enjoy Ashley. Yeah, Baby Eagle. I did enjoy her
Yeah, she's
company,
Baby Eagle.
and she was cool. It helped that I put her in the emo outfit.
I
It
forgot. Yep.
felt like that fit her character just so well, just like that college girl or whatever. It definitely
Yeah,
felt like a college girl in the early 2000s, you
yeah,
know.
that's fair.
And yeah, yeah, but like her being there, and it's probably a thing in the remake, but I've heard lots and lots of people complain about having to escort her through
It was
whatever
rough in that
level and
original for
stuff like
sure.
that. And it really didn't feel too bad. It really
Yeah,
didn't feel too bad going through the remake and stuff. So I didn't hate her for that. And then personality wise, like it was cool having her there. It was cool seeing her and Leon kind of bond.
yeah.
And it's crazy to hear that she doesn't really come back because she really seemed like she was aspiring to like be an agent someday. And she was like, I'm gonna solve cases with you, Leon, and stuff. And then he was like, yeah, yeah, call you never. And then we just never see her
She's the president's
again.
daughter.
So
How much control does
yeah,
she
I
have over
guess
that? Yeah, I
that's
don't know.
kind of a thing. Yeah. Yeah. You
And
just see like an Obama kid out here like fighting zombies.
hey, dude,
Pretty
that
crazy.
could be like a whole series in itself.
Yeah,
Um,
dude.
but yeah, no, and to be fair, again, the franchise ain't done, so like we could see it
Mm.
because I don't think anybody was ready. Because you've beaten 2. I've already talked about this. Sherry is your handler in Resident Evil 9. She's the girl in the chair.
She was just a baby.
She was
She
just
was
a
just a
baby.
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
freaks. She was just a baby. She didn't give him the ring. Anyway, I'm just, um, but yeah, like I love that stuff, and you get to play as Sherry in 6, and
Right, right.
it's she's part of that like young, well, not anymore because she's like in her freaking
The,
like late 30s, early 40s in the newest game, but like
what are
she
you saying
was,
about late 30s, Chris?
hey bro, we're there,
Come on.
we in
Come
there,
on, man.
we in there, dog.
Yeah.
But like the young
I'm
Avengers,
spry out here, baby.
that has
Come
nothing to do
on.
with youth, but you're doing great. But like
Spry as
the
hell.
Young Avengers initiative that I was talking to you about, being like, we have some of these, like literally, we have a Wesker child that I've told you about repeatedly in 6. Um, and when like literally Sherry, I would consider Ashley part of that. That's a great idea to bring in some of these characters we have not seen again in some time. Not necessarily Carlos, unfortunately, but it's okay because also this isn't happening. It hasn't been
We're gonna
something
get
that
to
they've
that.
announced. But we literally also have the DLC for 8. You get to play as the daughter of Ethan, the protagonist of 7 and 8, and it's sick and it's also
Ethan
horrifying.
Page. Yeah.
No, but we're happy to see him on the main roster. Shout out to
Was it
Egon.
Summers? Is it Summers?
It's Ethan Winter. And you,
Oh,
you're thinking of the X-Men, Scott
yes.
Summers.
Scotty
Um,
boy.
Scotty
What's
boy. But okay, and you already, so that's gonna be my next question. Who's your favorite character? It's Jill, very clearly. It
It's
makes me,
Jill.
yeah,
Easy Jill. Yeah, she's such a badass. You
she
definitely
is.
see how Mila was like modeled after her, like 100%, you know.
No other way. I think
They
she was
they
modeled
went
after Mia.
in like character and being a badass and
No,
stuff.
the way she
That's what it
looks.
is. Oh, yeah, but you
So
said it
we
looked
didn't,
different in the original and stuff, right?
right, but like we don't get this version of how she looks because I do think she looks like Mia Jovovich esque.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, she's like an action hero. Like,
Yeah,
she's out
no, for
here
sure,
kicking
for
ass. Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
that's what
gotcha,
I
gotcha.
mean.
I just meant
So,
the way she looks. That it looks very much Mia Jovovich esque, which came out,
right, right. And that didn't happen until the remake.
which
Yeah,
is after
yeah.
the that franchise ran its course.
Right. Ugh, thank goodness that's over. But,
I saw everyone in theaters, baby. What's up?
dude, they're, oh, you're such a
They are
dedicated
what they
fan.
are. I will not defend them.
You You really just go for it when you decide that you're a fan of
I get what
something.
I can, man. So that's my thing, dude. I'll be a bottom feeder if I need to be. I watched that whole Netflix Resident Evil series in a weekend.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I will be there if there's something enough for me to enjoy. And Lance Reddick was enough for me in that
R.I.P.
Netflix series.
Lance.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. for
Lance.
sure.
Yeah, dude.
They had
Yeah.
him. They could have used him better, but he did the best with what he had. Um, we're
He
not going
was
to review that.
Wesker.
He was
I have
Wesker.
not met Wesker yet because so far Wesker was only in
It's going to be
one.
my next thing.
And well, actually, though, is he at the end of the game? Is he at the end of
He's at the end of
four?
4
That's him at the end of four with Ada,
on the phone with Ada.
right?
He's the reason Ada's
Yeah.
there.
Also, shout out to Ada. I'm a big Ada fan.
Yeah,
Um,
it is great.
I didn't like her portion of two all that much.
What do you? Oh, like just
Um,
her interactions with Leo.
and she has that like gun that could like see through walls, and like you're doing the power
Yeah,
puzzles and stuff like
yeah.
that. Like, not necessarily my favorite part of the game. My favorite part of the game was actually
There's
what's the
3
little girl's
people.
name again?
Sherry.
Sherry. My Sherry's part. That's
It's the most.
oh,
It's the most horror.
it's so
horror
peak.
thing.
Absolutely, yeah, because you feel so defenseless,
Because you
right?
should be.
Like
You're a small
you,
child. Yeah.
right. Like, what are you gonna do? Beat up this like police chief? Probably not. But yeah, running through that orphanage and
Yeah.
everything was freaky, dude. And cause like I'm scared for her, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like not
Right.
even me being
She's
scared.
just a
Like I don't want
child,
anything
man.
to happen. She's
Yeah.
just a baby, dude.
She's just
And like she didn't ask for any of this. She
right.
didn't ask for any of this.
Not at all.
But her parents suck. Her parents suck so bad. Dude, terrible. So even like they weren't even keeping an eye on her. Like
Not at
one
all.
was busy becoming a monster, the other one was busy, I don't know, just being mean, just being a bitch. Her mom was
But
just a real asshole.
You were talking about Wesker, and yes, you are missing a fundamental part of 5 because you have not met Wesker. You do not know the drama of
I
Wesker.
saw the first
You-
video. I saw
right.
the lore of it.
But you know what's
he's a
there.
bastard too.
Right.
He's
But
a real
literally,
bastard.
and the best way I can compare, kind of like describe this to you, it's very similar. Obviously not 100% the same, but I'm just saying it's similar in something that Ernest is a big fan of. Um, Chris is our soldier, right? And we have our tenured soldier who's above him, our ranking captain, Albert Wesker, and he ends up betraying us. And it's very similar to Cloud and Sephiroth in that regard.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Call of Duty or something.
Why would I think
Throws a
that's your
knife at
thing?
you.
Why would I think
You
that's
throw the
your
knife at him.
Hey,
Yeah.
Modern Warfare, those the early ones.
Yeah.
Those twists were
No,
crazy.
when they were good. Yeah.
They were
yeah.
so good. They were so
Oh,
good.
so good.
And Captain Price
But,
wasn't just a gimmick, yeah. So
okay, so he is the Sephiroth to who? Chris?
yeah,
Okay.
because that's his
Yeah,
captain.
yeah.
That's his leader. That's his boss.
Right.
That's his confidant.
And
The
that I mean
person he's
Jill's
looked
too,
forward to.
right?
Yeah, they're both of them.
Right. Because they were both on the squad that went
Right.
in
So they're
the
essentially
B
like
team
partners.
or whatever they were.
Right.
Right.
Because and you'll get this. So the DLC I never did play. We can definitely play it because it's included in the 5 remaster that we have for that we're gonna play next. There's a
Yeah.
DLC that gets referenced in the game where there is a mission that happens off screen where Chris and Claire find Wesker after the events of Resident Evil 1. And it has to be after 3 as well. Now that I think about that, this is probably some like months after all that. But essentially, what happens is y'all confront him. He's a super bio mutant god. Jill is killed, and Albert Wesker disappears, and that's what leads us to kind of looking for him in Africa.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's just where that is right now. But you
Just
get to
had
play
to
through
take it
that
to
mission.
Africa, man.
But yeah, we're going to
Africa.
Africa. That's gonna be our next thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
That's 5?
that's 5. 5 is Africa.
Okay.
6 is America. Well, it might be spread out around the because literally you play as 3 groups of people.
Gotcha.
3 pairs.
Right. Skip it, going between duos, right?
Yeah. But there's 3 of them. Yeah. But anyway, the next question I had for you is what is the game you're most looking forward to coming up? And yeah, let's just start there. Let's start there.
That's
Because you've
tough
heard something
one.
on all of these.
Right. And obviously I'm very excited to go through 5 and 6 with you. Just
Yeah,
because having that co-op experience, like we played an old ass game recently. And it was a remake, but Gears of
Gears,
War.
Gears. Yep. No,
Yeah. And
yeah,
and it was a remake, but like man, you could tell that's still a
that's
really
old as
old
shit.
game.
Yeah,
Like the remake didn't do it. I don't want to say it didn't do a lot for the gameplay because I don't remember playing the first one all
fair,
that much. And what
fair.
the gameplay was like, it was awesome at
So
the time, right?
respect where respect is due.
But
Yeah,
like right, but you go in now and
you
and
know,
it's
we didn't
still
even
it
realize like,
plays.
oh, this is the final boss. It's over. It's
Yeah,
like, all
yeah,
right.
it's short as hell, first of all, but like
Which thank
also
God.
like
But yeah,
yeah, I'm glad for it. It was only so good at the time, I'm gonna
yeah,
be real.
yeah,
But like we still have fun because like playing with friends is always
yeah.
better.
It
You know what I
heightens
mean?
things. It's
So
heightened
yeah,
heightens things.
absolutely,
That's why I'm
absolutely. We
hoping
all
this
need
will
our
heighten your
alone time, but
experience with
multiplayer,
5 and
baby.
6. Because literally, I feel I'm hoping because it's the beautiful thing of when you go into something that everybody shit on. Like it's at least in my experience, it's very rarely like it's gonna be as bad as what you hear.
Right,
And
right. And
it's like,
because I'm
yeah,
still gonna get like key pieces to things that are going to happen later anyway,
right,
right? So
right,
like, and like I said before, I'm here for the lore.
yeah.
So let's set me up with that lore, baby. Let's punch these boulders, dog. Let's get it.
Punch these boulders, man. Dude, it's
Yeah.
gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good.
Right hook
um,
clean with it. Let's go.
so which game are you most excited for?
So yeah, like I was saying, it's tough. Thank you
Yeah,
for bringing me back. The because with 7 being the most like jump scare horror focused, I think that that is going to shoot up the ranks for me no matter what, you
that's
know.
fair. Yeah,
I know that 9 is kind of like half that, right?
yeah.
Like
It's half that, and then
with
half
Grace.
Resident Evil. I mean, Leon just kicking ass and literally
Right.
taking names. Yeah,
Yes. Literally like he has a list. And then
I don't want to spoil it.
but I know 8 is very good as well. Is that Village? 8
Yeah,
is Village.
8 is Village.
Yeah. I know 8 is very good as well.
Yeah,
So like uh but still I think it's between 7 and 9. I think 9 a lot because it is the most recent one and I know it's
and
going to
that's going to
like
be an
play the
accomplishment.
best and stuff
So
like
once you
that, you
get
know.
there, you're at the end of the journey.
Yeah, dude, and then
You
I'm
cross
waiting
the
with
finish
everybody
line.
else, right?
Yeah,
Because it's gonna be years. It's gonna be years before we get 10, definitely, right?
that, but also because
So,
we're definitely getting with everything we're hearing, we're getting another remake before we get 10. Um,
oh, Veronica,
it's either going to be Veronica or it's going to be one, I
Veronica.
believe. But
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah,
because like even Veronica, it's not 100% confirmed. All these things are just reports, rumors, stuff like that. Even if they do come
yeah,
from credible sources, if you don't see a trailer, because even things that get trailers get canceled, man. But we need to see a trailer, so like it's just
yeah. For it to be
for it to be
legit,
announced,
like
bro.
right, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's what's so
But
exciting because we just have 9 and we have Onimusha coming up, of course, but we don't know what's in the store for Capcom after Onimusha.
I think I'm gonna go 7. I
Oh
think I'm
yeah,
gonna go 7
oh yeah,
because of that aspect and because like I love horror in general.
yeah.
I
I get you.
love like even when people are just chilling in a horror setting, like
Yeah,
Del Toro movies, like we love that shit,
it's
right?
beautiful.
Like when you know you get the gory stuff and when you get but like when you have the jump scares, like
Mhm.
that's
Especially in
my type
games.
of stuff, man.
Especially in
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
Yeah,
And because it is that more immersive experience
yeah.
for me, like I am in control of this character. It's one thing seeing that movie character walk down that dark hallway and you know there's something bad at the end of it.
Mhm.
But it's another thing to be moving that character
Yeah,
yourself down that dark hallway,
yeah.
knowing that there's something at the end of
100%.
it, and you're probably gonna have to fight that thing. And it's depending on your skill if you're gonna be
Yeah,
able to get out of there or not just whatever happens in this
right.
story that I'm watching or
And
reading
in
or whatever,
survival
you know.
horror, it's like, oh man, do I save my shots for this? Like, what am
Dude,
I gonna
yes.
do,
Am I gonna
bro?
run around this guy? Am I going
Yeah,
to actually fight him or
you
like
do
is a
not
health
get
bar
Leon
gonna pop up?
inventory in Resident Evil 7. I'm telling you that, right?
Mm,
So yeah,
mhm. Yeah. Oh man, because 4, like, things was just popping out of
you
them
kid it
like the
out. Yeah.
coins out of like a Sonic character
Yeah,
and
100%.
stuff. Like,
100%.
yeah, yeah,
100%. And that's
bullets just flying out of their
and
chest
you're
and
gonna
stuff.
appreciate that so much when you get to 9 and the hell that is Grace's life. Like nothing drops. There's barely healing items. She has like one pocket. Like how is she
Oh
holding
yeah,
on to anything? And then you switch to
Leon gives her
Leon.
one bullet.
He
I heard
has
about
like
that.
all of this. He's just rain like he might as well be the merchant from Resident Evil 4, just decked out with all the gear. And it's so fun. It's so fun.
The trench coat opening
Yeah.
up and
What are you
stuff, man.
boying? It's so good.
Dude, and that's really one of the things, and it's in my review, but like it's worth saying, like seeing how 4 updated the way that they did inventory was just
Yeah.
Jesus, so, oh,
It's great.
miles ahead of what they were doing in 3.
Yeah.
And then so to see it improve, it makes me so like it's promising for the future for sure, having
Yeah.
that, I forget what they call it, an attache. And then
Yeah. Go on.
right, that's what it's
I
called. That's what it's
believe
called.
so.
It's
Something like that.
which is just like it's just a damn suitcase,
Yeah.
but an attache. The and you could get like a red leather one,
Yeah.
red leather attache. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Attache. It
It's because
just
you're a
feels like a
fan,
fancy
Ernest.
word.
That is a
I just want
fancy
to be
word.
very posh, But yeah, I love what they did with the inventory, and then I love having the store that the way that they had it.
Yeah.
And while it is sometimes something like that, like a vendor that's going to be somewhere in each chapter and
Mm.
stuff like this, and like it doesn't feel like the most organic thing or
No.
anything. He has a big purple flame torch that he puts up like everywhere that he is and
Yep.
stuff. Like it's not that immersive or
And he has
anything,
like a little
but
challenge course for you. So yeah.
right. Yeah. Also, I set up the shooting range down this elevator. Like, where'd you
Go
get an
have fun,
elevator from?
stranger. Yeah.
How'd you get an elevator in this cave, homie? But like, man, it was just really appreciated because it is like literally resourceful,
Yeah.
and being able to like upgrade the weapons and like, oh, that looks like it might be a good one, finding out it sucked later and stuff like that. It was all part of the journey,
Oh, for sure. And that's like every game
So
you're upgrading weapons.
and then he's just a real friendly guy.
I
Like you
love him,
said,
dude.
hello, stranger.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
yeah.
So I think you're gonna love because I do not remember if 5 and 6 have a vendor. I do not remember.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
I've always remembered 4. Obviously, he sticks out. But I will say 7 doesn't and 9 doesn't. Oh no, wait, no, yeah, 7 does not because 8 gets a vendor and he's just like and it might just be nostalgia. So you tell me when you get through it, how you
Okay.
feel about him because he's right underneath our boy here. But he's also just very like horror adjacent and fits really well with the vibe of everything, and I love him. But we'll get to that when you get to 8.
Yeah. We'll
Um,
see. We'll see.
but yeah, I'm stoked to go through 5. To go through, I've never said those words. Um, but like I haven't played it since PS3 and it's been so long. There's a one like and I've told you repeatedly the part that like I remember scaring me is just like, dude, these gators be in these waters, man. Like it's just like and I can't wait to go in and it's gonna be something like
Man,
Chris, you can clearly see them. And I'm gonna be like, bro, I don't know. This was years ago.
especially like at this point, like, has it been remastered or
So it
is
was
it just a
remastered.
port?
No, it
Okay,
was remastered for PS4, including all the DLCs and everything. Yeah.
got it, got it.
Because
As
5 and 6 were
was 6.
yeah, because those are both PS3 games
Yeah, that
that
was
were
like
remastered for 4.
2009 ish,
Something
I
like that.
believe, when we are
Something
getting
like
5
that.
and 6. Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you when they were remastered, but yeah. Obviously not going to be from the ground up remake that we've been going
Right.
through.
Right. It's not going to be that 2, 3, 4 experience and stuff,
Right.
which is why like I feel a little hypocritical because like I'm not going to play that 30-year-old game, but I'm going to play this 20-year-old game.
But like
And like
part of it doesn't have fixed camera angles, and that's a big part. It
right.
does not use tank
Right.
controls. That's another big part.
And you know how I feel about tank controls.
I'm
Yeah,
right there
for
with
sure.
you. No
Yeah.
hate to the veterans who love that. No,
No, y'all are weird.
you do what you do you, bro. But yeah, 5 and 6 don't have the tank controls. And yeah, the only thing is like you are gonna. Granted, I haven't been on it, so I can't 100% say, but I can 90% say it's not going to be up to par with Resident Evil 4 remakes gameplay because it
Oh
has
yeah.
not been remade.
And I wouldn't expect it to, like,
Right,
not until we get to
remix.
probably 9. Probably 9.
Oh, like to feel it again. No, so
Yeah, yeah,
7 and 8, you'll still feel it. It's really
and
solid.
I'm
It's
and
just
I'm sure
you're not
seven
gonna
and
be
eight are
action heavy
nice,
there.
but I expect nine to be like at the level that four was, because
100%.
that's the order that they came out in, right? Like it was four remake and then it was nine.
Yes.
And I know those aren't necessarily like they're probably not the same teams or the exact same people or anything like
But
that,
still,
but like
still it's the
you,
same.
that's how you kind of expect it to happen, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So
But yeah,
yeah, yeah.
very much so. Because literally, though 8 does have an action part that kind of comes towards the end, like the 7 and 8, like if you find an SMG, bro, that's like kind of like a death sentence for you because you're gonna run out of bullets. You want to hold those
Oh yeah,
down. You want to
yeah,
hold
yeah.
on to those.
Save it for that boss, yeah.
Right, right, right,
Right, right.
right. But literally, because dude, I can't wait for you to go through 7 because it's gonna be a whole reset in your brain of like, oh, this is what people mean by this is survival horror.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
horrifying.
yeah.
You gotta hold on to your bullets, and it's pretty crazy. Um, but the other big elephant in the room before any
Don't
of
call
this,
me that.
the other before any of this, before you hopped in on this franchise to actually play the games, we already knew there was a Resident Evil game movie coming out. It's happening. It's coming out in October. It's Zach Kreger. We're both fans. Most
Mhm.
recently came out with Weapons. Obviously, dude knows
Right.
horror. We're big fans of Barbarian.
Hell yeah. Winning
Um,
Oscars out here.
Winning Oscars out here,
Let's
bro.
go.
Um, from playing these games, has it done anything for your excitement for that movie? And
Yeah.
we, before we even answer, we both are well aware it's not going to have like a
I
retelling of any
know.
stories or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Right, right. And you know what? Like maybe we've done that already and it's cool to just have a story like in this universe.
Mm,
Like I'm cool with that. We talked about it before with like Star Wars, for
mm,
instance, right? We talked about like it's awesome to have those because what's the thing called? The animated shorts,
Visions,
the anthology? Yeah. Yeah,
Star Wars
Visions.
Visions. Yeah,
So it's so cool to have like a universe that you know and
yeah.
love and then see like not what's going on with the big overarching
I
story,
mean,
like there's somebody
Mandalorian,
over to the side that
but
has this
yeah,
going on.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
a great story and it's
yeah,
not, once in a while you see like a main character from the movies and stuff
yeah.
like that,
But
but
that
like
came so
you
much
with like
later,
CG Luke,
right?
but like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ooh, that was weird.
It
And then
is.
but the yeah, yeah, so I am looking forward to it more because now I am familiar with like how
You've been
these
in the
things
world,
work.
right?
I know why the zombies are zombies in the
Yeah,
first place and all these types of things. Like of course they could explain that in the movie and they probably will at least to an extent, but
right.
it's going to be cool seeing like a new character in this place that or around this place that we're familiar with and stuff.
Yeah.
So like yeah. And because like with Resident Evil multiple times now they've tried to tell an exact retelling or like a spin-off of the retelling. The
Uh-huh.
exact retelling that I'm talking about is the one with Black Hair Leon.
Most recent movie.
Right.
Yeah. I,
And it's not that
Raccoon
exact. It's just kind of
It's
using the same
not.
locations and stuff.
It's the
I'm getting further
closest,
away from my
but yeah.
point as I continue to make it.
Mm.
But
But go on.
but you know what I mean? Like and then like cuz they were trying to like stick to the games. They're giving you characters from the games
Right.
doing things that you've seen them do in the games and stuff
Right.
like this, and I really think that this might be the way to go for this franchise for Resident Evil, is just to tell stories around it. And who knows, maybe like Mandalorian, you get like Leon at the end of the scene or something like this.
Oh.
You better cast it right. You better cast it right, or Chris and the other
No, you said
stands are going to be
Mandalorian,
mad
so
about
they're just gonna CG him in. Just kidding.
it.
They're just gonna CG him in.
But yeah, man, yeah. So like I am more excited now that I'm like I'm
You got skin in
down
the game.
down with the sickness. Yeah,
There
for
you
sure.
go. Oh, careful. We don't want you
Wow.
bitten yet. So I'm happy about that. I'm so stoked about that. We're of course going to cover the movie when it comes out and whatnot there. Um, and when we get the trailer, yeah, we may maybe we'll do a watch for that, like have a reaction to that. But
And because I've been
I
reading like all these notes and stuff, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like everything I pick up, all the emails and stuff, like I'm sitting there, I'm reading all the way through these, baby. Like I want the lore. I want
hey,
more
hell yeah,
of the world and stuff like this. So yeah, getting into it. I also think that they got a little bit more wiggle room too. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah,
don't
no for sure.
because I'm going into it like wanting what they're giving me, you
Yeah,
know? Like I think that I'm gonna like it more. I
and that's
think.
fair,
Yeah.
completely
Because we're
fair.
gonna watch it no matter what. But
We are. Again, if I watched all those that original franchise in theaters,
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be here.
And the Netflix
Um,
show.
and the Netflix show in a
And
weekend,
we saw the newer one in
which is less
theaters
of a
as
like
well.
a less I'll call it a negative flex, because like it's not bad. It
It
is a little
wasn't
too far into the comedy for than I think people were wanting,
mm,
because and I think this is part of the thing, and that's why there's a little trepidation. So Zach Kreger, his name is doing a lot of heavy lifting for anticipation for this movie. Like if it
mm.
wasn't Zach Kreger, people would be like,
That's
"What do you
where the
mean?"
expectations are coming
Right.
from. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Like, what do
yeah.
you mean you're not going to have Leon? What do you mean? Like, it's stuff like that. And there is still some fear with not having that. And I'm kind of still there because I need to see a trailer. I'd said this before in a past episode that I expect we're going to get a great movie. I do anticipate this to be the best movie in the Resident Evil franchise, movie wise, at least live action that we've ever gotten. Because Zach Kreger's a great filmmaker. I was not on board with weapons as much as everybody else, but I by no means dislike that movie. And yeah, it's he's a great he's on a
Hard
great
movie for
run.
me to talk about. Only
Because you
because I loved it. I loved it, but I kept falling asleep.
yeah,
I had to try watching it like 4 times. But like each time I would see parts of it and it
yeah.
was great.
But hold on,
And I just kept having to be
you're falling
sleeping.
asleep right
So
now. You need to wake up.
I
um,
do that pretty good. I could
you
see
did,
myself that whole
you
time.
did
Yeah.
great. Be careful. I don't want it to actually happen. Um, but I do
Yeah.
feel even if this does great, and I'm of course rooting for it. I want it to be great, especially if we're putting money into it. Um,
Hmm?
I would love because I don't think we've gotten what you were referring to. And granted, you even said maybe I'm getting far away from my
Like
point here.
the exact
The
retelling. Yeah.
Raccoon City movie is the closest. We have a Albert Wesker. We granted the originals do too. It's so weird that those are going to be the original Resident Evil movies. That's what they chose.
I mean,
Um,
think about the original Mario movie and you'll feel better.
right. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, fair. I think that's worse, but it's just it
Yeah.
is what
I'm
it
talking
is.
about I am talking about the Leguizamo one.
Oh
So
no, I
yeah.
figured.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
first I was like, and then it popped in my brain. It's like, oh, I know what he's talking
Yeah, man.
about.
So you could always bounce back, you know?
We can
Like,
obviously,
yeah.
but we just need Chris Pratt. No, anyway, but I would love a more serious take on the stories we know. Like, it doesn't have
Mm.
to be a direct retelling or whatnot. My biggest thing with what Kreger has said, and again, when we see a trailer, I might just be like, oh, I'm not worried at all. This looks great. But I want my characters. Like you
I
can tell me a
think
different story. I would love to see a Leon. I'd love to see a Chris, a Claire. Because that's the thing, and this is also my thing with we'll talk about it when we do review Pragmata. A lot of the overarching stories for these games, Resident Evil, they're very
same
similar.
shit. Yeah.
Something's being experimented on. Uh, and they're like, oh, it's getting stronger, it's getting stronger, it's getting angrier, it's getting angrier. We made an angry god. Oh, it
It
escaped.
ate a dude.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um,
And then
and
it escaped, of
and then a
course. Yeah.
spinoff game happens. It had a child. Like it's stuff like that.
Oh no. Yeah.
But it's the character moments. It's 100% the character moments where you see some of this magic. And I said this in my Resident Evil 9 review that in Resident Evil 9, I think we're starting to see a real change and like the sincerity you get with these stories with the Resident Evil characters. And not even just 9. It actually starts, I believe, with Resident Evil 7. Because you actually have a very sympathetic moment with some characters that are not very good to you, and you learn why they're not good to you and stuff like that. And then in 8, there's a sacrifice. 8 is the first Resident Evil game that made me tear up. I was like, what's
Ooh.
happening? Are we doing
Ooh.
this? We are. And it just
Ha.
got me, bro. I didn't weep, but like a tear came out. I got moist
No,
from
that
the face.
counts. That
Yeah,
counts.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
You got
again, you
real
don't go to
moist in
these
the
games
face, dude.
necessarily expecting that. And it's still not like the most god tier story, but they've gotten so much better on focusing on these character moments. And it's so
And
good.
because sometimes those are the best, like
Yeah.
little tear jerkers, is like in that situation where you don't like when Fresh Prince got serious, or like when
Yeah.
like
Saved by
Jay and Silent Bob,
oh.
Clerks,
Oh, Clerks
the
3.
latest Clerks that came
Yep.
out. We went in there just expecting
Not
to
ready.
laugh our asses off, and then
Not
like,
ready. Yeah.
you
It
know,
was
damn you, Kevin,
damn
damn
you,
you.
Kevin.
Oh man, but
Damn you.
also thank you because that movie's awesome.
Oh hell yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like oh, I'm looking. So you just bumped it up a little bit because I wanna be sad about stuff
Because
too.
seven,
You know.
so the best horror, and it's a big thing you see with Del Toro movies. The best horror is steeped in like an actually good story, and seven is gonna throw you into the horror, and it's gonna be just scares and like I'm stressed and all this stuff. But then the story is gonna start out unfolding as to why certain things are happening, why certain people are a certain way, and how some people had no, I no had they had no this happened to them, and like
Mm.
this has led to them being like this, and it's very sad. And then you get to eight, and like I said, there's a beautiful story being told between two characters. And then nine, like I said this because Justin just kept repeated, like I'm so tired of Leon's one-liners, and like you already know, it said in the trailer, Leon's infected. We also know dude's pushing 60.
It was at the end of four, I'm pretty sure too.
Oh no, it doesn't say he's infected at the end of four.
I'm pretty
He
sure he's infected.
he's infected in four, but he gets it out.
He gets it out.
Yeah, because what he's infected with in nine is not the parasite.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
something else, which is kind of a loophole in itself as for right now. But
Because
we'll
I
get into it.
remember, she puts him back in the chair that
Yeah.
he had her in.
Yep.
That's right. That's
Yep.
right. Good. See, Ashley.
My name's Chris, but I
Good looking
appreciate
out,
you.
Ashley.
Um, but
Ashley, I like your glasses, girl.
but
I like that
literally in
beard.
nine, you have a Leon who, yes, he does his one-liners, but for me, somebody who's been through all these games, not just with the remakes, and I don't think that necessarily takes anything away from Justin's experience. It's just I don't think he's focusing in on it. That dude, all he has is the humor. Like he's just like this keeps happening, and it's
He
human
earned
beings
that.
that keep doing this. Like, and what is he doing? He's saving people from this thing that just always goes out of control. And what makes it worse? More people. Like it's just these corrupt bastards just
Right.
all just doing bad, bad, bad. And Leon's just like another day, another dollar.
And
And he's got
it's
to do
like
the thing, man.
we talked about this, not necessarily the one-liners, but like the people doing bad, like
Yeah,
and there being like zombies that you're probably killing for self-defense reasons and
right.
things like this, sometimes for fun. But like in everything we were talking about it with 28 days later,
Yeah,
is that in each one it ends up being there's always like a human
yeah,
that's just like amongst all the chaos is just taking advantage, or this happened because they were trying to take advantage in the
right.
first place, or they're just evil just because, or they love money like
Yeah,
the mercenary dude in three or
yeah.
whatever. Oh no, he wasn't a mercenary, he was part of the Umbrella Corp thing,
Yeah.
like
But
the army.
again,
Yeah, but
it's a real thing in
yeah,
real life. Corporations suck.
right,
They
yeah,
suck.
yeah,
And Umbrella Corp is definitely like an amalgam of any corporation you've ever
yeah.
seen or heard of.
All of
And
these
yeah, it's
pharmaceutical
rough.
companies,
Yeah.
though, I swear.
Like
Yeah.
that are just trying to make a buck off of making people healthier or better or
Right.
stuff like that. Like if there's a cure for cancer, we're not going to just cure it. You got to buy it. Like and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But of course, in this case, we get to have a version of all this where it's just like, oh, you're a zombie, but you get to live forever as a zombie. Yeah.
And that's the difference here is I think like if you come up with a cure for the what do we have, T
T
virus out
virus.
here? Is it something else now? I'm not sure.
It does
But
evolve. There is also the G
yeah.
virus and stuff like that, and like you have your parasite. But yeah, we'll go on.
And the parasite's different and stuff. But like
But it all spawns from the T virus.
I think because you can't charge a zombie, right? So you just go out there and
Not
cure 'em
yet.
if you get a cure.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet.
Not until
Yeah.
that zombie sets up his own pharmaceutical company.
Right, right. We are gonna come up with like a zombie currency for them to use, and then just give me all of that currency.
Right.
And then you have none, I have all of it, and I have all of it. Dude, this is a great idea. We should come up with a fucking T virus like remedy
And T
right now.
bucks.
Right. T
give,
bucks.
give me some of them T bucks, baby. It just looks like HEB bucks, but it's a zombie paper bag. But yeah, but dude, like again, there's been an evolution, obviously, of the gameplay. They've got it pretty damn refined. You'll see, it's in a way, seven takes a step back because it's full survival horror.
Right.
You're gonna be scrapping together to get all your
Slow it
stuff.
down.
Even if you play
Yeah.
it on easy, enemies are not necessarily dropping things for you every single time, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, but the tension. the story, the horror. Like literally, it's in a Louisiana estate, just like
Yeah.
old as shit, creaky as fuck. There's whispers. There's this old lady who's in a wheelchair who will at one moment be in a hallway singing to you, and if you look at her, she stops. You'll turn away, look back at her, she's gone. It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
so good. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And eight has elements of that. Like there's a specific dollhouse portion, I'll just say, that is one of my favorite horror things in gaming in general. And then of course Lady D and her
I know her
daughters.
daughters. Yeah.
Hey man, don't shit on her. She's great
I
too.
love her daughter. Well, no, she's great. Yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome.
But her
Her
daughters are
voice
also very awesome.
actress, her voice actress is like a fantastic
Oh,
time
she's so
everywhere
good,
she
and I
goes.
love that they keep
She's so
bringing her
fun.
back. She's like the Danhausen now for Capcom because
Yeah,
she keeps
yeah,
announcing
she's
the
great.
Capcom sales. It's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, dude, and keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Keep
Keep
doing
using
you,
her.
bro.
Give
Hey,
give
hit
her
that
work
buck.
because she's
Yeah,
awesome. But
she's so
man,
good.
her daughters are baddies,
They are
bro.
baddies.
Jesus.
They are baddies. But you see where they
Woo.
get it from. And like there's just the overall
Should
horror
get it
vibe
from
of
my
eight because
mom.
literally you do have your werewolves. They explain it in a certain way, but like it's still werewolves. Lady D is essentially a vampiress. And there's a few other things there, like with
There
a
you go.
haunted doll. Um, Magneto. I don't know how else to put him. He controls metal, but stuff like that.
Um, I had a joke that I'm not gonna make. Keep going.
Okay, let's roll past it. Let's roll past it. But dude, I'm very excited for the movie. I am. I can't not be because I know for sure it's gonna be better than the other crap I've watched. Uh, um, but I'm excited. We're also big Paul Walter Hauser fans in this house.
Hell yeah. Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Though I would love to see him as a Barry. You did not play one, so it's okay. But he's another part member of Stars, who's like the grizzled older guy with a vest. And I don't think
Ah,
Paul Walter
love
Hauser
that.
is necessarily older, but I think he could rock the orange vest like a beast. He also is the guy with Magnum, and that's very cool. Um,
Yeah. And he
Another
definitely wears those.
definitely where oh you,
Yeah.
you got me, you got me, you son of a bitch. But we love Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah.
Um, you got to command a level of respect to get you called by all three names. Um,
PWH, baby.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
dude, Cody Raheem Rhodes, we're right there.
Those are two
um,
of my favorite wrestlers you just
right there,
named right
baby,
there, dude.
right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I also want to shout out because I keep meaning to send you this. Did you see what AJ Lee had on her Converse coming out in WrestleMania?
Was it Resident Evil related?
It was a Stars patch
Really?
for Stars.
Really?
Yeah, I'll send you
Ah,
the picture
dude.
because somebody zoomed in on it.
I can't stand how cool her and her husband are. I
Yeah,
can't stand how cool they
but
are
that's two.
because
That's two right
I
now.
want to
We
root
have
against them
we have
so bad.
Drew, who we love rooting for, and AJ, Resident Evil fans, baby. Let's get
Right?
more. Let's
Yeah.
get more.
Yeah. And
Hey,
those are the confirmed ones. There's bound to
right.
be more. Right?
Very much
Yeah.
so. Very much so.
But that's cool. Yeah, she had a stars patch.
Yeah, it's
Stars.
on Stars.
Oh, shout out to my boy Nemesis,
There you
dog.
go.
I love Nemesis. I appreciate him so much as a big guy chasing you around because I could not stand Mr. X. I
Yeah,
could not stand the tyrant
yeah,
in two. He was just annoying. He was just annoying. He was just there all the time.
yeah.
And the thing that I appreciate about Nemesis, and you may have heard me say this before, but
It's
I
okay.
know
Go
you
for it.
have. I
Go
know
for it.
you have,
Right.
but them. Um, I love that Nemesis is always pushing you towards the next objective.
Right.
He's pushing you towards
He's just a
the
helping
next
hand.
part of the mission. He's pushing you towards the next area.
Yeah.
Stuff like this, he's never just like there chasing you for in circles for no reason,
Right.
because he heard you go through a door
Mr.
or
X is like a
whatever.
rogue
Like,
AI haunting
God,
Ernest.
God. And it was a lot easier the second time through, like in Claire's playthrough, because I realized if you don't run, like he won't come for you the whole time.
Right.
But I was so used to sprinting through that game, like I was just through like every door that I would come across and
Yeah.
stuff. So like it is appreciated when you have the big chasing you guy pushing you towards like the next objective, like I said, because that the whole time with Claire, well, it was just Claire, I was gonna say with Carlos, but he's only coming for the stars. And I get it because again, I love Claire. I'd be chasing her too. No, that's weird. But don't chase women. Don't
Was
do that.
oh, I see what you mean. So I took
Yeah,
that just mean I'm gonna go
but
ask her out. But I see what you're saying. You should not do what Nemesis does.
yeah, don't.
Don't.
And also, just a lot of like wall repairs with that guy because he just like go on through. But I loved his boss fights as well. I love that there was multiple.
He's
I
sick.
love how they were different.
And then
It
his
was so
final one's
cool.
pretty crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Where you
yeah,
have to go
yeah.
full
Oh
anime
man,
and
that
have like the
final one.
super cannon, bro. Like it's fucking
Yeah, yeah,
crazy.
because he's coming with the tentacles for sure.
Gotta,
So
dude. You know how it goes.
yeah,
Kojima got a hold of it. But oh, dude, I'm so glad that you're high on the franchise. You're enjoying the franchise now. Understandably, we may be hitting some lows here with the 5 and 6, but it may not get too low if we're going through it together. So we'll see what that experience is like. And like,
yeah.
you're gonna hear me nerding out because I'm gonna be like, dude, because Shiva is awesome. She's a great wing
The
woman.
ice goddess.
Mm, that too. But
Mhm.
no, Shiva is the player 2 in Resident Evil 5. Yeah.
Ah, yes,
Who that will be who
yes.
you are since you are not a Chris.
All
Um
right,
all right.
I'm
Um
a Shiva.
but yeah, and so I'm considering us streaming these games. I have till
I'm
next week to
down.
figure that out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I
I'm
was
gonna I'm
built
gonna
for the
play some
camera.
things. Very true.
Yeah.
Look at you right now, big boy. Um, but yeah, we're gonna see how that all goes. We're gonna be looking at that next week. Also, the plan for next week right now is between two things. If Ernest finishes Pragmata, since I've already beaten it, we will review Pragmata for next week. If he does not finish that, then we're gonna go over to the newest season of Invincible. Because there's
Right.
definitely a lot to
Super
go over
easy to
that,
finish.
and we already
Yeah.
have we've already talked about Invincible on a prior episode, so definitely want to keep up with that like we did with Jujutsu Kaisen. But Ernest, for any of that content, for the spooks, the games, the comedy, us just being good guys, where can people find us?
So if you'd like to see us being good guys, you can find
Good
us out here on
guys.
all these social medias, baby. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. And if you'd like to reach us directly, you can find us at life is storytelling at gmail.com. We appreciate any and all feedback, and we fucking love you.
We love you so much. Thank you all for tuning in, hanging out, and have a great rest of your week.